Hello, this is my review of The Last of Us, Episode 6. Spoiler! I'm just gonna talk about the moments that I liked. So I know that these guys, I'm like, I've seen them in other movies. I think I've seen him in Maverick, if you haven't watched it. And I know some other, oh, wait. Was he in Twilight? Or the Twilight Saga? I don't know. I know some people like, that's racist. Racist! Not all Native Americans play the same movie. Really? Okay, did you see Firestarter? I know I've seen him in, The Walking Dead. And what? Wait, I can't remember anything else. I actually like, I don't know, I liked it. Firestarter. Some people like, it's the worst movie ever. It was okay. Okay, Zac Efron and the mother, they kept it alive. And the dude that was trying to kill her the whole time was like, duh. Freaking Terminator with powers. So they're on the road to Wyoming. Yeah, so the couple, they weren't even like, okay, he has us. We're like, nah, I'm not gonna try. I'm too lazy. We're gonna be living here the rest of our lives. He's gonna try to steal from us. Go ahead. Shoot, we haven't seen nothing else. White man. Or something like that, you get what I mean? They were playing with him. And then the husband was testing his wife. Did you tell him the truth? Are you telling me the truth? Yes. How come you didn't shoot him? The gun's too far. Oh my gosh. And then it was funny. They're like, okay, if your brother's still alive, he's probably over here. They call it the River of the Dead because a lot of dead bodies come down, and we find out why in a minute. No, they needed help. And he's like, you have a map and you can't tell? Oh, yeah. And then Ellie's like, there's so much fucking forest. And he's like, ooh, she's a wild one. And then it was funny, like, you gave him soup? Might as well. So they're off their way. They're like, yeah, we'll go find them. Like, and then something like they've been in this land for forever, before you were born. And then she steals the rabbits. I'm like, come on, they're ancient. They're like 1,000 or 90 years old or something. It was hilarious. So they found a dam, and then frickin' Ellie, damn, you are no living steam. No, so they go to the river. They keep following, and then here come some people with masks and horsebacks. They're like, who are you? Put your hands up! And then you see a dog. He is sniffing. And while this is happening, before this is happening, I don't know if he's having a panic attack or a heart attack. Joel. He's like, he's out of breath. He's trying to catch his breath. So next thing you know, the dog is sniffing Ellie, and he's really licking her. Like, oh, he's like, she just bought you 10 seconds. Why are you here? I'm looking for someone. Uh-huh. And then this woman's like, what's your name? Joel. Next thing you know, they're going into this community. It's called Jackson. And then you see Tommy, like, fixing something. And then he's like, Tommy! Family reunion! So yeah, they're hugging. Next thing you know, Ellie and Joel, they're chowing. They're chowing down. They're eating food. And then he's like, thank you for this meal. And she's like, he's like, we haven't had a proper meal forever. And then Ellie's like, I don't think I ever had a proper meal. She's just chewing and chewing and chewing. And then there was a girl looking at her, and people are like, Dinah! I'm like, I don't know. Maybe it is. Maybe it's not. There's some reports on some websites are saying that is. I'm like, if it is, we'll see by season 2, because that's what they said they're going to do. Because it does look like they're going to do the first game in this whole season. I think it was, 9 episodes? That this season is going to be the first game. And the second one, I heard it's going to be 2 parts. They're going to separate because that game is long. If you played The Last of Us Part 2, it is long. And I hope they are making The Last of Us Part 3 from that chat GBT. If they does, it sounded okay. I'm like, I'm interested. I thought, we can get Abby to die finally. So they're eating, and then Joel's like, you mind if we have a moment alone, family? And then Tommy's like, that's just the thing. We are family. It's his wife. And then the tour tells them that they got the dam running, and now they have running water and heating and electricity. And they actually have sheep, because he was saying before, like, he would just want a little small ranch and some sheep. And I'm like, wow, that is definitely like the video game. The Last of Us Part 2, you'll see it. It's not a spoiler. You'll see it when you get there. The little Easter eggs. So next thing you know, she's talking about how Everybody does their share. They're working. Everyone gets a piece of everything. It's a collective. So basically, you're communists. And Tommy's like, no, we're commune. Yeah, communists. Like I told you. No, but I guess some people are like, that's a lesser form. They're not like the Iron Curtain. Mother Russia. So now they're at the bar. Tommy and Joe having a little chit chat. He's congratulating him, and next thing you know, he's asking him, can you take her for me? Because I can't do this. He's like, I can't. I'm going to be a father. He's like, I really think I'm going to be a good dad. We'll see. We'll see. He's like, excuse me? And he said, just because life stopped for you doesn't have to stop for me. Wow. Okay, brotherly love right there. Dick. No, and then there's a part where Ellie sees a memorial. And then I think Maria, her name, is like, let me cut your hair. I'll just cut the ends, don't worry. And she does it, and they talk a little bit. And she's like, I'm sorry about your kids. Kid. I had one. Sarah was Joe's daughter. She didn't know. Well, he doesn't speak about, I mean, he keeps his secrets. Except for the part where he murdered innocent people with Tommy and, to survive. And with Tess. And the thing is, she used to be an attorney. Well, district attorney. A DA. And Maria's not pressing her, but she knows that she's keeping her secret. Me, I'm like, Ellie, do not show her your scar. She doesn't. So I'm like, cool. Next, she's like, we're going to the movies. Movies? I'm like, they have a projector? I don't know if it's most likely digital. Good. If it's film, wow. Okay. They have everything in Jackson. So next thing you know, we have freaking Pedro Pascal. Emmy Golden Globe performance. No, he's done it. He has 2 performances. This one was it. He poured his soul. He's telling him, I can't do this. All right, she's the key to everything. He's saying, like, I'm getting old. I'm getting slow. She saved me from some kid that 10 years ago I would have destroyed him. But just because I can't hear no more, and I'm like, wow. And the thing is, my heart stops. I don't know if I can do this anymore. And then he's like being vulnerable to his brother. He's breaking down. Oh, the thing is, with family, you can do that. I'm talking about with your brother, with your blood. Maybe. Depends on the situation of yours. But on this, I'm like, damn, he is letting Tommy know. And then he tells Tommy, she's immune. What? You can tell he was like nervous and like, no, this happened months ago. Months. He tells the whole thing about the fireflies and Merlin. That's why he was like, it clicked. I'm like, oh, okay, now this makes more sense. Because he lied and said that she was some fireflies, bigwigs, daughter. And he's basically telling Tommy, like, can you please take her to the University of Colorado? Because that's where the fireflies are supposedly at right now. So next the scene is, I'm like, whoo, he was tearing up. I'm like, and the Golden Globe goes to. This is the next scene. This is from the game. Well, both is kind of, but this one is literally from the video game. The bedroom scene. She's reading a diary. I was like, wow, girls have to worry about skirts and makeup and stuff like that. Because now they have to worry about surviving. What are you doing here? No, what are you doing here? And he's like, how much did you hear? All of it. He's like, I know I'm not your daughter. I'm like, oh, shoot. And the thing is, she's pissed. Like, how come you don't want to take care of me? Come on, I want you. You don't think I'm going to be scared? I'm like, damn. She's telling him, like, if I go with someone else, I'm going to be more scared. And then he said this. You're right. You're not my daughter. And I'm sure as hell not your father. Oh. No, in the video game, yeah, I remember. But here, I'm like, whoo. You put a good actor saying those lines. Like, oh. Ouch. Oh, that hurt. I'm like, why? Oh, poor Ellie. I'm like, yeah, poor him, because in the first scene where he was just giving up that weight, stress, like, please take it from me. And then right here, just telling her like that. But he changed his mind. All right, he changed his mind, like, you didn't have a choice. And then he's like, whoop. And he's like, I choose you. I don't want Tommy. So next thing you know, they do go to the University of Colorado. There's monkeys. I'm like, oh my God, this part was in the video game too. I remember this. And the whole thing with the mascot that was in the video game, I like that. And the part being a singer, video game. And I'm like, it was so much good stuff in this episode. And right now it happens. So they go to the university, it's empty. The Fireflies have evacuated. They had a list, the evacuation list. And then they had a map when they went into another lab room. There's more monkeys in there. I guess they're going to Salt Lake City. I'm like, oh, they became Mormons? So they're leaving, and then they hear there's people there. They're not alone. So next thing you know, they're running, they're going to the horse, and then one of them, and then you see like, Joe! He's stabbed, like, you cocksucker! Oh. So they're leaving. They're out. They're already, like, you know. Well, this part when he's fading, I'm like, oh, okay. Remember I said spoilers. To everyone I know that's just watching the show, they're probably like, don't die! No! But me, I'm like, he's not dead. Okay, no, alright. But the next episode, oh, what was the girlfriend or just best friend? Riley? Okay, that was the episode that they had. Look, the game they also had in the remaster in the PS4, and I'm not sure if it's in the PS5. But yeah, they have that part in there. Yeah, you get her origin of how she got bit. And I'm like, it's gonna be exciting. You see her in Fedra. Ellie. It's gonna be crazy. Well, those are the moments I like from this episode. Please come right to here. Bye.